Hey, it's Lauren.
And it's Sabrina, and you are watching Click on This. We are here at the Blue Royal event for a charity for colon cancer today.
It is Chris Harrison's Chris4life Colon Cancer Fundraiser. We have a lot in store for you, so stay tuned.
You guys are watching Click on This.
Hi, so I'm here with Michelle, who is also the co-host of tonight's event.
Right.
So I hear that you were personally affected, your family was personally affected by cancer, and that's part of what drove you to be so involved in this charity event.
Yeah, unfortunately I lost my father to colon cancer. It'll be 3 years in August. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, like, I feel like everyone's been affected by cancer in one way or another, but, it really hit home with my dad and losing him. And, my situation was unique because it was more of a public process because I was on bachelor pad at the time. And my dad was really sick during that process and then eventually passed away. So fortunately, I had Michael Sapienza, who's the founder of Chris4life, reach out to me and ask if we could team up and really start bringing awareness and start fighting this battle. And I'm so blessed that I was able to connect with him because we have been able to do incredible things, and we're really working hard at finding a cure for colon cancer. And yes, we want to bring awareness, we want to bring attention to the importance of getting your screenings done, but Michael Sapienza's passion is to find a cure, and that's what I'm here to help with.
Wonderful. So are you going to be dealing or are you going to be playing tonight?
No, I'm actually...
Or other than hosting?
No, so I'm going to be co-hosting, and then I want to actually jump in and do a little dealing. I actually think that I'll kind of be good at it.
Yeah? So you don't want to jump in and try and play poker?
I mean, I might play a little, but I actually have always wanted to be a dealer. I think it'd be cool to be on the other side of it, and not that I'm good at or anything, because I actually would probably suck at it, but I'm might as well try it out tonight. Why not?
Yeah, awesome. So do you have any, do you have another event that are you involved with other cancer?
I work very closely with Chris4life. So, I really try to make it to as many of their events as I can. This one is something that I, really kind of have tried to spearhead and get all of my incredible friends from the Bachelor family involved in, and use their voice and use their following and use, their influence to help bring awareness to something that is very, near and dear to me.
That's good. Well, that's awesome that you are using your fame to do something so awesome for the world and for all the cancer patients that hopefully will find a cure and be able to.
I mean, it's a tough battle, and everyone knows how hard it is. So we're just doing the best we can, trying in whatever way we can to really make a difference. So.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Here. No, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it.
Michelle Money.
There are some amazing people here who just got done with Bachelor in Paradise that you need to talk to.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Hi, I'm Chris4life from Discovery's Naked and Afraid, and you are watching Click on This.
Hey, it's Lauren. I'm here with Chris4life from Discovery's Naked and Afraid. Are you enjoying yourself this evening?
Oh, it's a wonderful evening. I can't believe there's so many people here already. I can't wait to get inside and do a little gambling for a good cause.
So tell us a little bit about your experience on Naked and Afraid and being naked, afraid, and open to the whole world.
Well, I mean, I knew I was going to be pixelated, but when you're in there, and my episode, we were in a swamp, so I had to take my clothes off in a canoe and then try and get out gracefully in front of a camera crew and a guy who was paddling my canoe. From that moment on, I'm just it can't get worse than this. So, I mean, the whole experience is probably one of the most intense experiences anyone could ever do. I lost 18 pounds, and it was just crazy. We were surrounded by snakes and alligators, but I kind of loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
So was it the snakes or the alligators that you loved?
Well, the snakes were good because they tasted good. I think we just existed on them for about the first 5 days. So, I mean, I'm all for snakes.
Just as long as they're wild snakes, right?
Yeah, well, these.
I'm kidding. You don't go to people's houses and eat their pet snakes.
No, although they would have more meat on them, I think, than the ones we were eating out there.
So you have 2 books out. Tell us a little bit about your books.
My book is called Superwoman Survival Guide here and Girls Own Survival Guide in Australia. It's a modern woman's guide to survival. So basically I take all these age-old survival attitudes and then I put them into like modern situations for people because, you know, anything like stop, look and listen or be positive or be educated, that can all help you in the office as well as out in the wild.
So can you give us an example, like a little tidbit from the book?
Well, I do talk about how to run in high heels. I don't know if you've ever been late for the bus, but if you're running and the ground's flat, just make sure you hit with the heel and toe at the same time. It'll stop you from spraining your ankle.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us. Again, this is Fernando from Naked and Afraid and Modern Woman Survival Guide.
Superwoman Survival Guide.
Superwoman Survival Guide.
I'm Deanna Stagliano.
And I'm Steven Stagliano.
And we are watching Click on This.
Hi, I'm Sabrina, and I'm here with Diana and
Deanna.
Deanna and Steven Stagliano. What are you guys? Are you guys here to play poker tonight?
We are actually going to be dealing for the charity tonight, and I don't know how to deal, but Steven does.
I know how to do it.
Good thing I brought this guy.
Okay, good. So you'll be giving all the instruction on.
I'll be just standing there. It's date night. Baby's
Looking
at
good.
home.
She'll be standing there looking good.
Maybe I'll have a glass of wine, and I'll just root all the players on. I'll cheat for them.
That's fair. That seems good.
Awesome. So what got you interested in this event?
Well, you know, our friends are running it, and so we
We
want to
definitely
come out and
always
support
try to
them.
support. Yeah, and it's a cancer event. I mean, nothing is better than raising awareness for cancer. So.
Money.
Or money. You're right. So yeah, we definitely try to support our friends. We definitely try to support, the Bachelor family.
And let's be honest, it's a date night for us. So
Yeah.
Oh, Dana, how long have you guys been married for?
it has
Almost
been
3 years.
Yeah, almost 3.
Yeah.
2.5. No, almost 3.
Almost
yeah, we're
3.
getting there.
And can you tell our viewers where you guys met?
It's a little weird incestual family, The Bachelor. I actually met Steven through his identical twin brother, Michael, who was on Jillian Harris's season of The Bachelorette, which aired the summer after mine. I know, did you
So
catch all
Deanna
that?
was the Bachelorette, and then the next Bachelorette was Jillian. My twin brother went on Jillian's season, and then Deanna met Michael at like the end of the end wrap party,
Yeah.
really. And then they introduced.
And Michael said, I have a really hot older brother by like 2 minutes. Would you like to date him? And I was like, yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, so you guys aren't identical twins.
my brother and I, no, we're identical.
Oh, you are identical. Are you the identical kind that look exactly alike, or are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we look exactly like.
Oh. All right. So you were like, all right, awesome, perfect. I already know who I'm gonna. I know who I'm gonna end up with. I already know I'm gonna like him.
Right? We make pretty babies. And we do have a pretty baby.
We have a pretty big.
Well,
Hey guys, Chris Harrison here, host of The Bachelor. You're watching Click on This.
I'm here with Chris Harrison. You are the reason for this fundraising event this evening.
Well, Michelle Money's the reason for it. I'm just the MC.
Okay.
I'm just doing the dirty work,
You're
as
the
usual.
name.
Yeah, so, Michelle Money, obviously, her dad had colon cancer and unfortunately lost his battle with colon cancer. And you say what you will about our show and about the people on our show, including myself, but I love this part of our Bachelor family is that, if somebody needs something, we're all there. And, a lot of people that are coming tonight from our family, Michelle hasn't even met yet. But, you ask somebody and then we pass it on to 2 people and they bring 2 people. And so, I love it that we come together for something this important.
So tell us why this cause is important to you.
Well, I mean, it really is through Michelle Money. I was a little bit innocent and naive about colon cancer and the fact that it's, the second deadliest cancer in the United States, and you really don't hear a lot about it. And I went to Salt Lake City and I hosted an event for Michelle last year. Went to the hospital, I met the doctors and learned about the research and where the dollars go. Met a lot of the patients who are affected personally by our dollars. And it blew me away. I mean, there wasn't a dry eye in the house when I sat there and talked to some of these patients. And so it was easy to say yes. I mean, when you see these people and you meet these doctors and everybody's fighting for their lives, how could you not come here tonight?
Maybe if you were missing a soul.
Right, yeah,
Just
which,
saying.
look, some of the people on our show may be, but they still show up.
If for nothing else, just the appearance.
Right, exactly. But it'll be fun tonight. So, we're auctioning off some great stuff, and you're going to see some familiar faces behind the table dealing cards, and I'll be trying to raise money, and it'll be a good night.
So tell us one thing that may be new to us or that maybe we don't know about the behind the scenes.
Of here or Andy or what?
Well, you know what? Anything that strikes your fancy, but namely The Bachelor and The Bachelorette series.
You know, I don't think people realize the work and the effort that goes into it behind the scenes. You know, so Andy can show up and look pretty and just go on camera and have a date, and it's not always easy and you know, as glamorous as it is, you know, for her either, but the people behind our show, in my opinion, it is the best looking show on television. From our lighting department to our art department, camera guys, audio guys, it's a big family behind the scenes as well. You know, we've all had families, and some of us have had divorces and kids, and we all travel around like a bunch of gypsies. It's really a bizarre subculture of a different family that we are around, you know, planes, trains, and automobiles around the world.
But that kind of brings it back to that family.
Yeah.
You become reliant on each other and you fend for each other, right?
Well, and that's the thing, is you're going to see people here tonight that are producers on the show, not just people on the show, because you can't help but get caught up in these people. And that's why I think the show is so successful, is we are the modern day soap opera. You know, look at Allie here. It's like people want to know who she's dating, and because she's real. Allie's really here. She's not a character. And, you know, when we went to Bora Bora for her show, you really can go to Bora Bora. And so I love the fact that we're kind of an escape. And yeah, we put the show and dating on steroids, so it's bigger and grander, but you can do that. You can meet these people. You can see these people are really falling in love or really heartbroken. And I think that's what makes the show so relatable.
So I know you've been asked this 1,000 times. Would you ever, has anything changed? Would you ever be a bachelor?
Well, I am a bachelor. Would I be the bachelor?
On The Bachelor,
Yeah.
a bachelor.
You know, I do get asked that a lot. And first of all, I'm flattered to think that anybody would ever watch something like that. But it's interesting. The show is what I do for a living, and I've done it for 13 years, and I love it. It's my baby, but I love hosting and I love producing it. And you really do have to have that naivete, like say Andy does or Allie, where you really don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, you don't know how hard everybody's working so you can show up and go down this river, or show up and have this date at this spa. I mean, we work all day to put that together, and I know, and I know each scene and what that needs to work and what we're hoping for. And for me, I would be so in my head. If you and I were sitting there having a date, I'd be like, okay, is this a good shot? And like, is this good? Are we getting the content we need? Where's this going to go in the show?
This is my good side.
Right. It's like, okay, do I need to kiss her? It would be so awkward because I wouldn't be thinking about what I need to be thinking about. So I don't think it would be a good show.
You'd be thinking about the crew aspect of it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like I know everybody, you know, and I've known a lot of them since they were 18 years old, and they've been here for 13 years. So it would be tough to just walk in and be, okay, I'm innocent. Let's just see if this works. But I believe in it, and so there's this weird side of me that would do it only because I know it would work, and I know that everybody gives their blood, sweat, and tears to make it work.
So with that being said, you said it's your baby. How does reality TV hosting, what do you find to be differences between that and game show hosting? Because I know you've done a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, game show hosting and all that it's more personality driven. It's, you're trying to look for stories, but you're driving the game, and it's more about the vehicle. Whereas on The Bachelor, it's all about the stories, and it's all about the people, and it's all about pulling stories out and getting, trying to get them to see something as well. It's a lot more psychology. It's a lot more friend, confidant. You wear a lot of hats, and you don't do as much of that when you're just, host, like for a game show or for another show. So it's interesting. I love live TV. When I go do Miss America, I am there to kind of facilitate the pageant. And at the end of it, I need to put a crown on this beautiful girl's head. And as long as I do that in that 2 hours, I'm good. But The Bachelor's so different. I need to be there for Andy, and sometimes it's off camera, that I just need to be her friend, and we just need to talk. So it's a very different animal.
Very interesting. Okay, I have one more question for you. I know you're from Dallas.
I am.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
Die hard. Ask me anything. I am as true blue as you can get. Yeah, I mean, I was born and raised there in the golden era of the 70s, and so I hate to date myself, but I grew up with Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett, Randy White, and those legendary teams. And so I was there for the good days. It's been lean, but I'm also one of the cool things about this show is I've gotten to be good friends with some of the guys like Tony Romo and Jason Witten, and so I root for the team, but I also know Jerry and Gene Jones and Steven, the son, and some of the players. So it's a different aspect as well now.
So that means you probably get really good seats if you know Jerry Jones.
I'd get some good seats, yeah. It was a dream come true. Last season, I took some friends of mine, and the PR guy came out and said, hey, would you mind going in and saying hi to the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders before the game? I'm like, is that really a question?
And you're excited to meet them too.
My 8-year-old self just like threw up inside, but I had to act really cool. It's like, yeah, I mean, I got time. I could probably squeeze this in. I'm like, are you kidding?
Well, thank you so much for being here with
Thank
us.
you.
You're watching Click on This. Thank you so much for joining us here at Chris Harrison's Colon Cancer Fundraiser Casino Night. I'm Lauren White.
And I'm Sabrina Taylor-Smith.
And you're watching
Click on This.